Hello everyone, in this video we're going to talk about diluted earnings per share when there is share options and warrants using the treasury stock method. Diluted earnings per share means that usually because of issuing more stocks, the denominator gets larger. As a result, the earnings per share will get smaller. So that's diluted impact on earnings per share. Now, share options and warrants do that because if they are in the money, that means there is incentives for the holders to exercise the options, and the warrants, that means the company will have to issue stocks, and that stocks will go to the denominator, and as a result, the earnings per share will be smaller or lower than before. Okay, let's take a look at an example here. Treasury stock method means that from the money that you receive, you use that to buy uh, stocks, treasury stock, when you repurchase your own stock. Okay, and then you still have to issue common stocks. Now, the net impact, the difference, is the additional common stock issued after deducting the treasury stock. That's the amount that will affect the earnings per share. So let's take a look at this example. This company has a compensatory share options for employees to purchase 1,000 common shares at exercise price of $18. So they can buy it for $18 exercise price. And the average market price for the common stock during the year was $25. The unrecognized compensation cost net of tax, this is already always provided because the calculation is complex, related to the share options is $2 per share. So when the company have compensatory option, they will allocate into multiple period, and each period they will recognize a compensation expense. Now the compensation expense that is still in the future will be used to calculate this unrecognized compensation cost if the employee decides to exercise before the end of the contract. Okay, so they exercise early, they will have to pay premium. So the company will receive that $2 in addition to the exercise price. Okay, so shares issued from assumed exercise will be 1,000 shares. The exercise price is $18. Plus, the employee will pay additional $2 premium for the unrecognized compensation cost. So the money that we will get, that the company will get, is going to be 1,000 shares if it's exercised, and it will be exercised when the market price is higher than the exercise price. Let's say the exercise price is 18. Okay, and the market price is 25. So you can buy for $18 and immediately sell it at the market for $25. So you're making $7 just like that. Okay, that's a situation called in the money. So it gives incentives for the exercise. So the proceeds we will get is 1,000 times $18 plus $2 premium for exercising early. So $20,000 should be in dollars there. Okay, that the company will receive from the exercise of the 1,000 shares. Now, that money will be assumed to be used to purchase the stock. The market price is $25. So if we divide $20,000 by $25, we can buy 800 shares. Okay, we can buy 800 shares. But because the stocks are exercised, we have to issue 1,000 shares. So we're going to issue 1,000 shares, but from the with the money that we receive, we will buy back. That's why it's called treasury stock method, 800 shares. So in the end, we are just going to issue 200 new common stocks. Okay, the effect is still a dilutive effect because the denominator is now 200 shares more than before, so the earnings per share calculation will be affected and the amount of earnings per share will be smaller with 200 additional stock outstanding. So that's how we look at this dilutive earnings per share as a result of the share options and warrants. Thank you for watching.